Blog Talk Radio.
You are now tuned into the Power of the P presenting Love and
After
Hip
the
Hop.
show, it's the after party then. After the show, it's the after party then.
How could it be? Little me had the power to be the. How could it be? Little me had the power to be the. How could it be? Little me had the power to be the best beat in the league, yeah, inevitably. But could it be? Little me, you was heckling me. Now it's monotony when it regularly. Yo, I kept
The Power of the P.
Welcome to the Power of the P presents Love and Hip Hop, the after party. This is where the live conversation happens after the show. Week to week, you can tune into the Power of the P on Blog Talk Radio. We want to hear your thoughts and your opinions of the women of Love and Hip Hop. I am Princess, and joining me is my co-host, Chris Cosby-Roll, creator, founder of Together Apart, amongst many things, balancing the conversation with the testosterone perspective. However, he's late. So, as we do usually on the Power of the P, I'm going to bring on Lady L. Lady L, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great.
The last few morsels of this show, boy, it got heated up at the end there with the sneak peek for next week.
Yeah, I'm wondering why Chrissy backed out of the burlesque dance. Like, I thought that was kind of, punkish. You did all of this. You got the ring. You gathered everyone there. Like, go through with it. So,
isn't that something that should be done privately? I don't think a burlesque dance is for, friends, family, neighbors. I think that should have been private.
Maybe that's why she backed out. She was down for it, and then she just was like, yo, listen.
She got nervous.
But
she got nervous. Would make it,
What if your woman got up on stage and she was like, she did the whole, that was her initial idea. Would you like that idea, or would you kind of be turned off by it?
I would like it more one-on-one. In public, it would be like, is this for me or is this for show?
Right. Yeah, I thought it was crazy that she even considered doing that, but in front of other people. That's private. That's private.
I mean, if that was something she was thinking about doing, like, I'm going to be doing like a off-Broadway or on-Broadway burlesque. This is my moment. I'm going to use the show to launch the joint, something like that. But, yeah, if that was for him, then, make it for him.
Okay. So, all right, what's the deal? What are you guys thinking about this whole Olivia and Somaya and Emily thing? Because I didn't even realize that Olivia was coming at Emily as well, because she's like the hell with the both of you, like, and I'm sitting there like, wow, really? I thought Emily was trying to kind of like piece the situation.
No, I think she seemed to be. She was mad, in that last episode when they all had gathered together, that she felt like Emily was taking Somaya's side. And, remember, I don't know if you remember when she and Chrissy were sitting there, she was kind of like, remember she called them Sasquatch 1 and Sasquatch 2 or something like that?
Wow.
No. What did you call her?
That's what she's, Chewbacca. Yeah, I was like, what? All right, but you know what? I think we should just, go to the source, because we have Somaya on the line right now. We're going to bring her on to the Power of the P. Hi, Somaya. How are you? As soon as I'm like,
I am doing wonderful. How are you guys?
Thank you for coming on to the Power of the P. I have my
problem.
Team Somaya shirt on today, repping. Okay. I've been repping you for the whole show. I created the second episode. I was like, all right, whose team am I picking? I'm like, pound Team Somaya. I love the underdog. I love the person who people are not baking on. I've been playing Dolly Mommy and all of that. I brought it on iTunes, and I don't buy many records.
Thank you for the support. That's dope.
So fill us in. We want to know what's going on. Episode 5, it ended kind of, you was like, you told Olivia, she rolled her eyes at you one more time.
You know what?
Back to the back of her head. Like, what's up?
I'm so over this show.
Oh, no, you can't be over the show.
I am so, yes, of course I can, because what really happened versus what you guys saw, we're talking 3 different stories going on right here.
Okay.
I mean, the truth of the reality is that nobody knew each other, so they kind of threw everyone together, and, you know, I'm just out here beasting for my music. That's all I'm doing. I have a house in LA and a mother to take care of, and my mother is sick, and she needs me, and that's all I really came on the show to do. And then it just became this big haterade parade.
Haterade on you?
I'm just not somebody that backs down. I mean, I don't know what people thought about Cali girls, but that's not what I do. You're not my mother.
Well, New York girls are arrogant, Somaya. We think.
I like my New York girls, though. I like them. You know what? I like my New York girls. Oh yeah, believe that. I love it. I'm very female empowering. As you see my boss lady movement, I ask my girls to come out to my videos, and they come in hundreds. Like, it's a very real thing that I've been having for a long time. And so I'm just so over-explaining. Like, it's just so crazy because, like I said, a lot of what happened is that, you know, when I was first introduced to these people, like, they was just going in on me. Instead of going in instead of judging me for, I mean, first of all, I don't really believe in, like, judgments, but I'm saying, like, I was judged fully based on looks, not my accomplishments. I was based off of a Google photo, so it was, like, to me, really crazy. Like, you really, like, overlooked all the other things I do, like the domestic violence centers that I speak at, the children's hospitals that I go to speak at, to talk about my story, all of the movie film scores that I have with my songs, like the record deal that I was offered from Interscope. I mean, you really look over all these big accomplishments, and you decide to attack my height, my hair, my teeth. I don't get it. Like, it was funny to me because it's making good television.
Right.
You guys are enjoying it, aren't you? So
yes,
I'm not mad.
Because I won't lie, I'm Town Team Somaya, but we spoke to Maurice. We spoke. I have he actually did say that you would mollywop both Olivia and Chrissy. He did defend you on that aspect, and we spoke about we love the direction that you're going in terms of fashion. That first episode, I gotta keep it 100. The shoes, we were speaking about the shoes because that was a big deal. Episode 1.
You know what I think is funny about people making fun of the shoes? I have a fully paid, highly paid endorsement with Dollhouse Shoes. So you can make fun of me all you want because their stock went up and I got a fat check out of it. So thank you.
All right.
Okay.
You better believe everything I do is business. Everything I do is business. So it really only helped. Actually, another situation that's finalized now. So it's everything that has been very negative, like for other people, has actually turned into like an amazing benefit for me because I have that. I have a very strong will, and I have something that I've always done my whole life, which is turn the negatives into positives. So,
I have a question. On that same point, where do you get that from? Where does that come from?
Well, I wasn't born and raised into money. I wasn't born and raised into money. I was born and raised into a immigrant family where we had to go live in El Salvador in a third world environment for a very long time, and my parents lived in a garage cleaning houses as a maid. I've never known anything but work. I don't know anything but work. I don't even know what it's like to not have a job. Even if I'm doing well, like I have to do something. I've never known what it's like to do anything but work, and I've always had to, hunt for my food, if you will. And my parents came here for this idea of having an American dream. And they weren't able to achieve that for themselves. They're immigrants, and let's be 100. They only got paid like $20 to mow lawns and clean houses. So I am here to give them the American dream, and that's why I be so hard.
All right, I'm not even mad. That's why I got my pound for
And so I put up with a lot of stuff. You know how it is in the business. You put up with a lot of shit. You put up with a lot of shit, and this is just part of the crazy stuff that happens. That doesn't happen to me like ever, but it's something that happened once, and I don't really have those issues. Yeah.
Well, I saw you speak at the Women on the Move event that was at NYU a few weeks ago, and was very impressed. Thank you. Yeah, your story was very moving and touching, and when you started crying, I was just like, oh my God, she's crying. So
I have real feelings, and even in the show, you could tell. I mean, I tried my best. You can only reach out to people for so long, but this is what I do. I go around the United States to speak to women and men about real issues, even issues like what I was going through on the show. Just because that happened, it doesn't taint my view of women, and it doesn't taint my view of people. And just because went through that, I'm not gonna be pissed off and be like, oh, all these chicks. Like I don't think that way. I'm so far ahead when it comes to me staying on the path of what I came here for, which was to stay focused, work on my direction of my music, launch it, and just keep it going. Just keep it moving for my parents, and to be an inspiration and motivation to other people. And, you go through dumb things, and you react crazy sometimes, and it's just what happens. And it's when you get a bunch of women that don't know each other, and you throw them in a room, and I tried my best. Believe me, I was like, what? Like, I haven't told my show, like, why? What's going on? Like, what did I miss? I missed something here clearly, because I'm sitting here, like, about going to the bathroom, and I go into the bathroom to people call me Little Mermaid, this and that, and in my shoes, and all these things that and then I'm sitting there insulting you, and I don't even know you. Like, I mean, it's weird. But you know what? That was a real emotion, and I just don't know why anyone really has the time to judge me off of a Google photo. Because if I did that, I who knows where I would be? I'd be judging everybody because I just I'm so over those judgments because I'm not. That's never been my forte.
So how do you feel?
Off of specific facts and what's happening?
Okay, so how did you feel because it clearly looked like Chrissy sabotaged our whole situation with you and Jim. What was your feelings about that?
Well, again, what you guys didn't get to see is that I went to see Jim Jones 4 times. I did a hook for him. When I first was meeting with him, for people that are in the industry that know, I mean, he asked me, like, okay, well, since you don't have money to give me up front, who's your lawyer? I told him who my lawyer is. He's very powerful. So he was like, okay, so then, if everything went down, this is what I'm offering you, and we will make money on the back end quick. And it was like, okay, everything was a go. Mind you, what you guys didn't see is that I actually played him those, you heard Dale Mami in that one episode, but there are other Dale Mami records, those Spanish-style records that I played, and he was like, okay, well, you're not a hardcore rapper, you're more in that Spanish pit bull lane, and that's good, because that's you. That seems like what would fit you, and that's exactly what I am. And I'm not trying to be anything else. I'm Somaya Reece, and that's it. And again, you guys didn't see all of the really good episodes, good times that I had in there with Jimmy, and he was really nice and professional. He was really professional. As you can see, when he was like, I can't work with you. It's not like he was being a jerk. He was like, what?
He's just saying it is what it is.
Time. I'm sorry.
Right. No, I'm saying he's just saying it matter of factly. It is what it is. Can you inform some of the listeners what is the type of music that you just said? I didn't really catch that.
Sure. Well, I don't call myself this, but every magazine and a lot of music write-ups that I've been seeing lately seems to keep calling me the female version of Pitbull, and my music. It has a club feel. It's in Spanglish. I also do salsa music too, just for the Hispanic public. But I rap. But I rap in Spanish, and then I do some English. So, like you hear Pitbull music and you hear that song with T-Pain, and that's the kind of music I make for the clubs. It's a great escape for me because I'm not a dark person and I don't like to write dark records. And
is that hip-hop, though, or is that another, what is it called exactly?
Yeah, we have hip-hop in Latino America. That's what Americans don't know. Like, hip-hop urbano is hip-hop as well. It's just that everybody doesn't know it, and it's just because you guys just don't know that, that's all. But in Latino America, we also have hip-hop urbano, and I make those kind of records. And I also combine them, and I work with a lot of hip-hop artists that are on my mixtape and my album.
Is there a female MC that you kind of fashion yourself closer to, or that you think that, all right, this person, these two people kind of influence me the most?
No, the people that influence me would probably, it's always catches people left field, but it is who influences me. My main influence is Celia Cruz, the late Celia Cruz, Gloria Estefan, Carlos Santana.
That's classic.
Yeah, that always kind of like, they're like, oh,
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. I was waiting for something.
Because we got Spanish rappers too, remember? It's not just like in English,
So I got a question.
Hello.
So if you said there was a lot of good times with Jim in the studio and all of that.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when Jim Jones and his goons ran up on your manager?
Well, I really, I'm sure you saw because I've seen some really weird shit in the hood. So that's why I was probably a little bit more calm about it. Ideally, what I was thinking in my head is this place is too public. They're not really going to do anything too crazy. They're not going to shoot you or stab you because we're in the middle of a Hoboken. So it's the truth. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, Jimmy and him are about to throw down one-on-one. That's what I thought. Because a man-to-man confrontation. That's just what I thought was going to happen, and then everything went sideways. And I really don't have too much of an opinion about it because it's just deeper than just what happens on there, and it's just I don't have a hood brand. I'm not down with hood shit like that. And, I thought Maurice and him were going to throw down one-on-one. Even though he's like 4'2". Maurice, let's face it. It's true.
No, I asked him. He was on the show a few weeks back. He did call in. I asked him. I was like, well, you scared? I think he said he was surprised or something like that. Like he wasn't.
Everybody was surprised. It threw everybody off guard. So it was just. I was, like I said, I was thinking they were going to throw down one-on-one and then, Snags, started, it was so crazy, so fast. Like, it doesn't, like, in person, it was so fast. There was, like, no time to react except that I just saw this place is just too public. It's Hoboken, and there's, like, cops around, like, there's, it's just so fast the way everything went down that it was really not, I didn't really think anything except that I just thought that they were going to throw down one-on-one because, man to man,
So do you feel like Olivia, you did say that, she pretty much snitched. How do you feel about that? She pretty much set that whole situation up,
Well, the thing is that it's one thing for, like, Maurice to throw down one-on-one because Jimmy reached out to him and said, yo, brother, let's meet up. Let's do this. But that's not how it went down. What happened is that, mind you, nobody knew each other on the show. Nobody. For Olivia to all of a sudden be like, oh, that's my girl. I'm going to give out the address.
Also,
she did that to have a good look on TV.
Didn't know each other?
No, they met on the show.
No, wow, that's interesting.
They met on the show. They met on the show, right, and that's what people didn't see. So remember, what you see on TV versus what really happened was different. Okay, so Olivia gives out the address, and they haven't known each other for like 50 years for it to be loyalty. It was to have a good look on TV. And then when she saw it backfire, she was like, oh, my God. So that's where we have it. And then I thought that was whack because, come on, dog, we doing a reality show, yo. This is not, it's a certain reality, but it's not real for you to be doing things like that to have a good look on TV. You're taking television and turning it into a real reality, which it doesn't have to. You don't have to be the person orchestrating these things.